Let's talk about why I switched from Mac to PC. Now, I already know that this is going to be Andrew Master's favorite video, and he's been anticipating this for a very long time.
Derek, Frank, really cool dude. He's like a engineer, a musician, a gamer, uses PC. I don't know about you guys, I've just been building a stereotype in my head of gamers, PC users, who build their computers, and a strange correlation with live sound guys. I love all of you, but you know, am I right or am I wrong? Is there some sort of correlation?
Today, I'm going to dive in on why I personally switched from a Mac to a PC. If you're new to the channel, make sure if you're a PC user, you definitely hit that subscribe button and the bell icon and the thumbs up. If you're a Mac user, hit the subscribe button 3 times as well as the thumbs up 3 times. I have been a long-time PC user and supporter, and for me, they're just easier to program and be able to work with, but there are so many advantages to Macs. And I'm not going to just list off all the pros and cons for each system. I'm going to be talking about why PC worked better for me. So I started off when I built my studio, when it was still in the shed, that I had a Mac, and it was the big cheese grater style that you see here. Does anyone know why these were so big and heavy? Like, there's not a lot in them to warrant all of this. This is a great boat anchor though. This was actually the Mac I was using. I even went as far as having the fine folks at OWC put all new components in this to make it as fast as possible. But the biggest issue is that Mac does not let you continue to upgrade their operating systems. So even though the thing has more than enough power to run a modern operating system, Mac won't allow it. Now, I got around it for a long time by doing some backdoor flashing.
What did you say?
And that worked out okay, but as they've continued to progress, you can't do that anymore. Also, you'd have problems that would kind of bump up. Now, Macs are known for their stability, of course, and I know they're the industry standard for music, but I really think that that needs to change, and that's where PCs come in.
This video is sponsored by Linux.
What really set me on the journey to move to PC was when I built my touchscreen. I had software that worked for the Mac, but every time I turned the system on, I would have to recalibrate it. So we were talking like 10 to 15 minutes just to be able to use the touchscreen, and a lot of times it still didn't work very well. Having the touchscreen was really important to me, so I knew that touchscreen capability was a lot easier with PC as well. A couple years ago on Black Friday, I started looking around, and I was on Amazon. They had a deal. The company iBuyPower had a pre-built out there. It was really beefy, and I got it for around $900 minus the extra RAM. So right out of the box, I had a computer that was really fast and capable of doing a lot of things. Another problem with the Mac is they don't support multiple monitors very well, especially the older Macs. The one I have, I had extra video cards, but there was always something going wrong with it, and it was just kind of glitchy. With new Macs, this is where my biggest problem lies, is that you can't upgrade them on your own. The parts are soldered in there, so when you have a new operating system that comes out and they're not back compatible with the Mac that you just spent $3,000 on, you're gonna have to buy a new Mac. And a lot of recording software gets updated to the new operating system. So if you have the old ones, there's a great chance that it's not even going to work. I had problems where the old operating system was already not running some of my plugins and some of my software that I was using on a daily basis. I didn't have that problem with PC. It's super easy to update. Windows only changes, every decade maybe. I had it on Windows 10. I've already upgraded to Windows 11. Super simple to do that. All of the software works seamlessly, and it's much more back compatible. So back to the cost of Mac versus PC. The M1 chip is super fast and super stable. We have a Mac Mini at our office in the studio, and I've used that for a ton of different sessions, and it has worked incredibly well. We've even put 200 different plugins on a session just for fun to see if it would bog down, and there was no issue. I will say that is one thing that the Mac definitely has over the PC, is their chips are really efficient, and you're not going to have to worry about them lagging or getting too much CPU load. That being said, I've never had a problem with my PC doing that because it is so beefy. Now, if we compare the price of a new Mac Mini or a Mac Studio, you're looking at a significant difference over either a pre-built or if you custom build a PC. Currently, a 2020 Mac Mini with the M1 chipset still running around $1,000, which that's not wonderful, but it's not bad either, and you're getting a really decent unit for the price. But when you bump up to the Studio, you're looking at around $2,000. That's also with the baseline RAM and without any upgrades. Remember, if you want upgrades on that stuff, you can't do it. You have to order it from Apple that way. You have to buy it that way. If I have a problem with my computer, or I want to add RAM or a new video card or anything like that, I can do it myself. It's pretty much drop it in and load the firmware and you're good to go. You don't have that luxury with a Mac. Another big reason that I switched to PC is because I'm doing a lot of streaming and video meetings, and I've got 3 and sometimes 4 screens hooked up to my computer that are gonna be running video games.
So you're telling me you're a gamer?
I am a gamer.
Do you have enough screens to be a gamer?
Or they're going to be running my recording software, and I'm needing to pull all of the audio from my different interfaces, from my different software, and all of this stuff while running multiple screens. Macs are not known for their graphics cards. I know a lot of editors for video and photos love them because they're very efficient and they work great for video editing, but not for the kind of stuff I'm doing. I'm using several very large monitors, and I need the compatibility that the PC has that the Mac really was just lagging on. Also, since my setup has multiple cameras in here, I really need the capability of the PC when I'm using OBS. OBS does not work really well with Macs. It works pretty much seamlessly with my PC with using my Elgato Stream Deck. All of those other accessories are pretty much just plug and play, and the ease of having that stuff just work and not having to try to find work-throughs and worry that in a year or 2 years when Mac updates their systems, it's not gonna work, is a huge weight lifted off my shoulders with using the PC. The other thing cool with getting a PC versus a Mac is that they're much more customizable with the way they look. Now you might be saying, Derek, we know you love RGB, it's all over your studio, it doesn't matter what it looks like, it matters how it runs. Well, to me, part of it does matter the aesthetic. If you want your racks looking really cool with all kinds of great preamps and compressors and other rack mount gear, you can't really rack mount your Mac computer and make it look good. I rack mounted my PC and I think it looks awesome. I love the lights, I love that I can change what they do, change the colors, change the functions, and I like that it's up in the rack and accessible. Another thing I will give to Macs though, especially my old cheese grater, is that there is no better boat anchor on the market than an old Mac computer. You guys remember the trash cans? Me too. The last point I want to make on why I think PC is better than Mac is if you need repairs. Have you ever seen the repair cost on a Mac versus a PC? You can pretty much just replace your PC with what is probably going to cost you to repair your Mac, and then in a few months or a year or however long, it's going to be obsolete anyways, and you're going to have to buy a whole new unit. I don't like when companies tell me that I can't service my own stuff. That's a big reason why I switched to Studio One from Pro Tools. I was really tired of all of the issues and all of the upgrade, and then your old stuff doesn't work anymore. Now, I welcome all of your arguments as to why I'm probably wrong with sticking with PC over Mac. Let me know your opinions. Are you a Mac or a PC person?
Tell them why Mac is better.
And when you give those opinions, tell me what DAW you're using in your studio. I want to know what the numbers are. I think there's a lot more of us PC users in the studio than let on to be, but we get overshadowed by all you Mac folks. This video was dedicated to my friend Andrew Masters for his amazing love of my PC and for all of the support that all of you Mac users have given me when I made that switch and continue to not use a Mac. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.